I'm Pragya, and I bring to you excerpts from the current issue of Outlook that looks at two cover stories, two narratives of war, one mythical, one real, Ramayana and that between Israel and Hamas. In the issue titled In Memory of Elusive Peace, Outlook delves deeper into the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas. Religion, Terror, Nationalism by Hune Margulies, the founder and director of Martin Buber Institute for Radiological Ecology in Goa. There is a famous dictum that argues that history is written by the victors, but that is utterly untrue. The vanquished have also written history. The question to resolve is not who writes the history, but who teaches it. If we follow the model that there are always two sides to each issue, we know that each side will put forward a specific context to fit their desired narrative. A false context becomes a pretext for explaining and sometimes justifying episodes of history or present day conflicts. We must therefore understand that there is a right to present a context to a conflict, but there is never a context that can explain or justify atrocities and crimes against humanity. Never will the vanquished resort to crimes against humanity, for those crimes will be the source of their eternal vanquishing. The vanquished will one day triumph, but only if the human likeness of their struggle is held firm in the winds of history. All nation states that exist today are founded on the perceived inherent rights conferred to shared ancestral commonalities. Those ancestry attributes can be biological, historical, or simply political, but what all of them share in common is the manipulative illusion that ancestry determines the present and the future. A blood ethnicity is a biological fact that is as relevant to shared communal experience as would be body weight or a preference for red wine over Goan Fenny. We would certainly not think of creating a nation state on the basis of shared weight and vinophile. We prefer to use blood reference and historical narratives to designate national groupings and assert territorial claims. Sometimes it is a shared religion that prompts us to gather as a nation and separate ourselves from others who do not belong to the beloved faithful. Can we accept the premise that human groups have an inherent right to a nation state and a territory under their control because they share the same religion? In other words, can religion be the basis upon which to build a nation state? The answer to that question depends on the context of time and space within which it is formulated. Are nations more just when the basis to their commonalities is blood ethnicity? Is a shared past narrated by those who control its teaching a proper attribute for nationhood? We do not seem to have an answer to the question whether the continuum ethnicity culture territory is a fact of nature or a construction of power and domination. For this and more, read the current issue of Outlook.